collect something, right? I mean, whether it's baseball cards or ashtrays, or what do you collect?
I really collect old stock certificates.
Old stock certificates. Huh, that's exciting. Well, there is a new collectible, classic arcade games, which might be a little more fun. Games like Pac-Man and Donkey Kong are becoming more and more popular and are in pretty high demand. So if you're looking to get your hands on one of these digital age artifacts, Desmond Crisis will show you how in this report.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
For Stephen Beal and Damon Clausen of Santa Maria, California,
All right, I'm almost there.
playing and collecting classic games
Sides are pretty nice.
is more than just a hobby.
This particular piece was the first game I ever bought when I was 14.
These will stay with me probably till I die. I will be buried in one of my cabinets, most likely.
All right, let's go play Starcade. Here we go.
In their early teens, Damon and Stephen were even featured on the TV video game show Starcade.
I love video games.
Yeah, this control panel doesn't need any work.
It's no
Great.
surprise then that these two grown-up kids have now parlayed their passion for vintage video games into a thriving business,
I might have to do a little touch-up here.
acquiring beat-up games and fixing them up for resale.
I would say that the average customer just wants a nice-looking machine to put in their home or office that works. So we get a feel of what they want and work from there.
Damon and Stephen consider themselves restoration specialists. Stephen handles the electrical fixes, and Damon takes care of the cosmetics.
I'll go through them electrically, check the joysticks, the buttons, the monitors, the game boards. And after that, we get to a point where we're ready for the cabinet art.
Yeah, that's where I take it. Essentially with this case, it's so beat up, no client would ever want something like this in their living room. So the sides are sanded down, cabinets obviously repaired. After it's prepped and primed, then we go to the next stage of painting the cabinet or doing any necessary touch-ups. You can see the Miss Pac-Man's been re-stenciled. Everything is just really nice and brought back to original plus condition.
Which is what Damon and Stephen say restoring classic games is all about.
We'd love to see the expressions on our clients' faces when they finally get a game that they loved and grew up with. And it's just like, it's just amazing. They light up.
So how do you go about getting your hands on a 1980 classic like Centipede here? Well, you could go to a reseller like Damon and Stephen, or you could try your luck at a coin-op arcade auction.
75 and go 100 to give $100.
That's just what we tried to do at this year's Arcade Super Auction in San Jose, California,
Sold it for $375. You stole it. Great buy.
where tons of 80s arcade classics were on the block, from Donkey Kong Jr. to Defender to the granddaddy of them all, Space Invaders.
You want to give $10,000. All right, you give $500. They give $100 to go where? All over 100. That one's 25. That one's 50. 175. 200. 225. 250. 75. Now 3. Now 25. 325. Don't stop me now. It's kind of fun. 325. 325. Anyway, 325. 320. Are you sure? 325. He's a proud owner of it, sir, for 300. Go right over to the cocktail table. 450.
Ooh, out of my league.
Are you sure?
But arcade auctioneer Robert Stormont says buying one of these classic games can turn out to be a pretty good investment.
The last 3 years, a game like this would be selling for maybe $100, $125. Now we're seeing them 2-3 years go up to $500, $600, $1,000.
Stormont's auctions are a traveling circus of sorts. Every weekend, from city to city, he and his crew sell off arcade machines of all ages.
Okay, now how about this one? Tron. Classic.
Tron was a game that really did not have a lot of favor with collectors till this last year. This is one game that's definitely gone up. They're very hard to find. This game should probably sell today in San Jose $300 to $500.
Here is an original Tron.
Which is exactly what happened.
75 and up 3, you get 3. You will stole it. $300.
Just ask Kirk Barton, an IT professional at Cisco Systems, caught up in a little auction fever.
He knows what it's worth. Now 75. Do you? 75. 375, 75, 75, 75, and now 4. 400 up, 25. And up 450. Don't quit now. We're having fun. 450, 450, 450, 450. Now 475, 75, and now 5. 500, 500. Try to do that. 500. And you're losing for $25. How can you tell for $25? 500, now 25. Sure, on. 525, 525. Are you sure? Sold it. 500 up.
All right, you paid $500 for it. How far would you have gone? I mean, you and that other guy really going for it. I mean, you had a budget, right?
Yeah, well, it was around 400. and I went a little over, but it's Tron.
Reason enough for many of these collectors, no matter the size.
Hey, if it doesn't fit, I'll give you $200 for it. You'll make it fit for $200.
Oh, yay!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, baby.
Denied. It almost didn't fit in there.
I could see getting caught up in the fever. I kind of want one of those now.
You know, the prices aren't that bad, actually. And Desmond did not go home empty-handed. He was the high bidder on a good old-fashioned Las Vegas slot machine.
Yes, which I'm looking forward to playing. Well, that's it for CNET Central this week.